Good afternoon, Nkosi Talk Shows family. It's Nimsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. So, with me today, I'm with Claudia. How are you, Claudia?
I'm very well. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Mm.
What's the name of your cat?
It's a dog.
What's the name of your dog?
It's People.
People.
People is a dog.
Awesome, awesome. So, today's topic is beef. That's the wrong topic. I've realized that I put the wrong topic, Claudia.
I see. What did you put?
I put yesterday's topic. I'm gonna have to,
Okay.
while you introduce yourself and stuff, I'm gonna have to go to Restream and change everything. So the topic today is how do you figure out your purpose? Most people don't struggle because they have no gifts. They struggle because they don't have clarity. Purpose isn't something you find like a lost item. It's something you recognize, refine, commit as you grow. It gets clearer when you pay attention to patterns, what pulls on your heart, what's your natural good at, and what burdens you, what energizes you, and what people repeatedly come to you for. Um, your purpose is also bigger than a job title. It's the thread that runs through your life, your values, your calling, your message, and the kind of impact you meant to leave behind. When you are aligned with purpose, decisions get easier, boundaries get stronger, relationships improve, and your confidence rises because you are no longer trying to be everything. You are becoming who you are truly. Claudia, you chose this topic. May you please um, share with our audience what was the motivation behind
I
the
mean,
topic?
yes, it was first of all a beautiful explanation as well from your side. I really enjoyed it. You like got like all the important words together so that it gives it a good description already. I mean, soul pull or soul's purpose as well as something we all have, every one of us, unique as well. So, and it is. It's something we will encounter at some stage in our lives, and sometimes we are not even really aware of it, but we feel like yeah, people are talking about it. Obviously it keeps coming up, and then we might not even aware of it. What is actually my purpose to be here, like, and yeah, just like to bring some clarity into it, because the thing is as well, we all usually as well, it comes, yeah, I don't know, a bit later on in life, like 30, 40, 50, and so on. The young age is basically as well a preparation of where we have to be in order to get into our soul's purpose. So we might feel a soul pull, a pull towards something, to do something, to be wanting to learn about something, to be meeting someone as well. So we feel this pull towards certain things in life, and we can't really explain them as well. Sometimes they are not logical, okay, to us, but we feel this pull to be going and wanting to do, to learn something. And this is as well like part of our soul pull that will bring us to our soul's purpose at some stage in our life. But basically, as well, a soul purpose doesn't have to be just one thing or one task. It includes several things as well. For you, Nomsa, one of your soul purposes as well is to be a mom in this life. Yeah, it's not just one thing, it's several things together. And the thing is as well, I would like everyone to understand that every soul purpose is unique to all of us, and only us can fulfill our own soul purpose. It's unique to us. Yeah.
Yeah, our purpose, you are right, Claudia, it is unique to us. And for me, the purpose is what God created me to be, not what people say I could be. Because your soul purpose is before you were born, God knew you. And then your soul was created. So that soul purpose cannot be altered. But it can be altered. When it altered, that's when people get confused. So you then have to rewrite. If you don't know what your purpose is, that's where you will need clarity. So when you need clarity is where you have to decide you are done living on autopilot. It has to begin with a decision. Refuse just to exist and just choose that, have that awareness, like Claudia said. Start noticing what is missing in your life. And mostly what we could be, our originality is the things that we did when we were children. When you bring, because the inner child does not lie. The inner child, when you are a child, your originality, your authenticity is there. So whatever you do when you are a child, that's authentic. That means it's your true you. So you need to cleanse your inner child. You need to look back and have a clarity, but it requires you to shut the noise. Completely people's opinion, and it requires you to really get rid of fear so you can concentrate on who am I? Who am I supposed to be? So for me, guys, I go to MFM, my church, we do all these things where you truly have to ask God, show me a secret about me, about my purpose that is hidden that I don't know about. It's just unleashing the you, the true you that is hidden on the inside. I don't know about you, Claudia. What do you think?
Absolutely beautiful explained as well. You talked about the inner child, yeah, and this is yeah, it's the younger part inside of us, and we all have those younger parts still inside of us. The thing is as well to figure out, for us to figure out what actually our soul wants for us to do, to step in to our purpose. We have to find our true self first. So connecting to the inner child is very good as well, just like truthfully spending some time and going back into the younger version of you as well, and just like to see what, how she is, and how she actually has been as well influenced from back then up to today, because healing comes actually first too, for us to be able to get to know ourselves first. So we have to, yeah, just like to get rid, basically, to shed everything, to get rid of everything that does no longer serve us, and everything as well that we have picked up from a very young age, from the parents, the school, or even as well some people we have met at a younger age, and because of they said certain things and we took on their stuff or their stories or their beliefs as well. So this is why healing is crucial as well, for you to come back to your true self and to get to know your true self first. Inner child work, connecting with the inner child and doing your healing work as well, because then you, yeah, it's a bit like you're shedding some of these old beliefs, a bit like an onion as well, you know, like peeling all these outer layers that no longer serve you, so that you can come to the core and understand who actually you are. Because like this as well, it is easier for you to connect as well to your soul's purpose. Because when you can, when you can connect to your true authenticity. Yeah. So yeah, just like my add on to the inner child. Yeah. Healing, and then as well to shed all these old ideas. Yeah. So that you know who you actually are. Mm-hmm.
So for us, what we are doing today, the homework that we have with Pastor James, like if you want to find out your soul, if you want to find out your true purpose with God, so we doing this repeatedly, like until I think, I don't know, until I call back all part of my soul lost through personal communal and ancestral errors. Because when there is errors in your bloodline, it can affect your purpose. So we have to do this call back every part of our soul. That it may be happened through my mistakes or through my ancestors. And also, I reach into my heart's compassion to awaken the power genius, personality for dominion. So that's what we're doing. We have to repeat this over and over and over. It's meant to be 3 hours to be effective. Repeatedly, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. That is calling back your genius, because the more we feel that we're not confident, the more we cage ourselves. So now we're calling back our souls that is going to sleep, that feels that was neglected. And in that way, you can be in the present moment and unleash that power that is within you so you can know your purpose. I think that knowing who you are, I think you is really, really important. Separating purpose from pressure, because many people chase purpose like a deadline, like they panic, and it's not that. Purpose isn't performance as well, it is alignment. When pressure leads, you will choose what looks impressive, not what is true. I've seen people when they're doing something, they just do it because it's work. It's not their purpose, but it is work. It pays money. It pays the bills. They don't want to understand who they are. They just do things. And I've questioned my family, members of my family. There was this care job that was going, like giving visas. UK was giving visas, different countries and stuff. And everyone was inquiring me. So I said to them, okay, I understand that they're giving visa and stuff, but is this your purpose? Or is it just because it's being given and you have to go overseas? Is it your purpose or not? And I think some people, they might have got angry. Why is she being like this and things like that? Because I know that when you do something that is not your purpose, it can create challenges because it's not meant for you. That inner child is crying, is saying, but I'm not meant to be doing this. You're making me do this. I'm not meant to be doing this. And then in the end, you end up getting frustrated. So I think, yeah, what do you think, Claudia?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. I mean, soul purpose is as well part of our career too, you know, or the business idea as well. Something that we are meant to do in this lifetime. And looking back as well, like the past jobs or the current job as well. These are all preparations for us to get the required skill set so that we will be able to fulfill, to step into fulfill as well our soul's purpose, or that includes as well our soul pull career. Absolutely. And I mean, I've been there too, you know, like I did take on a job in the past. The job, I liked the job. It felt good and fun and easy. But at some stage as well, you know, you can feel the signs when you really listen inside of you, or you can feel it with your body as well, that things, I don't know, are about to change as well, and that it's probably then as well the time for you to end this job and to go towards as well the soul pull career and so on. But what we do as well, we tend to ignore those feelings and the nudges. And the thing is as well, depression, one of the common root causes, emotional root causes of depression, is that we are not living our soul's purpose. And if we are not living our soul's purpose, obviously, inside of us, I mean, everything inside of us is screaming to that this thing that we are currently doing is not what we are supposed to do. And if we ignore those voices and the signs and everything and the feelings, sensations, emotions inside of us, and we ignore this is when depression can come in as well, just because we are not connected to what it is we are here to do. So yeah, it's very good explained as well that the job, you know, is as well the soul pull career, one of the reasons as well why we are stepping into the next thing, which is as well the soul purpose. And the thing is as well, I mean, it's not always the easy path to step into our soul's purpose. It's not, because we have to grow, you know, like everything is a preparation for us. All the skill sets and the jobs and the interaction with people and every people skills as well, we get to learn and to take on as well, adds on to our growth and to our skill set, so that we will be able to step into the soul's purpose and to be able as well to live it and to be it as well. So this is why growth is important. And obviously it's not always the easy part, but once we can understand this too, it makes it easier for us as well to go with it, because resistance, when things get a bit uncomfortable in life, no matter what it is, because we are learning all the time, you know, and when things get a bit uncomfortable in regards to growth, we feel resistance as humans, and that's absolutely normal. But when we can understand that everything is leading us, you know, like to be able to step into the version who we are supposed to be, then it's actually helpful as well to go with the times when things are getting a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, and then there's as well the ego. The ego can scream and cringe as well inside of you. This is as well important to understand, because your ego is going to act out when you want to try to step into something new, or you want to go the next step as well, because the job of the ego is to keep you safe, to keep you in this comfortable safety box where you have been so far. So basically, but if we as well understand this, then we just know the ego is going to make a fuss as well with us, but it doesn't want to lose its job, you know, and it's going to do everything to think it's going to protect us, but actually, you know, it's we are supposed, you know, to live this safety, comfortable box and to go into the next area and so on. Like this is as well very helpful to understand how the ego is wired.
Yeah, the ego. You are actually 100% right, Claudia, because sometimes, fear plays a very, very important part in our lives. I look back where I was and where I am now. I'm realizing that before I used to actually have this big fear in like doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But with the ego, actually, yesterday I was thinking about it that I don't have ego because of people in my church. Because my church is like, like every personal development that you have to do. In my church, we have prayers like that in the Bible that they're written from the Bible. So Dr. Olukoya, he does that where you have to develop yourself. You can't stay in one place. So I've had people sharing their testimonies about how ego destroyed their lives. Like they change, like God promotes them and takes their life to the next level. But then the ego creeps in now, and then they lose it all. So I was like, okay, so now I had to pray to God to guide me to stay in my lane and to honor people, even though, when you succeed or you get things figured out, like myself, I know that there are things that I have figured out about my life. But I know that if it wasn't God being part of me, I wouldn't have been able to do that, to figure those things out about my life, about my purpose. So now I then have to now my character is I have to show up now, teach others how I had to figure it out without having egos like, what? I've got it all. I've figured life out. I'm better than you. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Everything comes with a struggle, guys. Everything, it comes. The reason why I'm saying everything comes with a struggle. For you to get out of fear, you got to break through somewhere. So finding that breakthrough, you got to do the work. Some days is beautiful, but some days is tough. To figure you out is tough. When you get up in the morning, you're like, I don't want to be this person. I want change in my life. And when you call yourself out, in my church, we call ourselves out. Like, no, sir, where are you? Wake up. Like I have to wake myself up. And all those things, and like when my pastor screams and say, you just pray like a baby, you think Satan he's just gonna hand you over your soul while you're saying, be doing like this, you've got to be aggressive. And I find that, and now when I show up for myself to the world, that makes it difficult for me to have the egos because I didn't just find myself. I had to do the work. And also there are other things that you can do is because sometimes when we are doing something, we want people to applaud us. And when they don't, we feel that what we're doing is not enough. And when people don't applaud you, this is where you have to keep doing it. You have to keep showing up for yourself, finding out who you are unapologetic. You don't just find you out just like that. No, you don't just, it's a practice. It's a habit, Claudia, right? You got to get up in the morning, do some journaling. If you come to my house, I ask you, hand you over my diary to read the journaling that I did 10 years ago. You'll be like, what the heck was that? And I'll be like, no idea. because I don't know the person that was, it's me. But when I'm reading it, I'm like, what the heck is that? It's like finding myself. But myself is not always, it's not perfect. It's a journey. Every single day is a journey. What do you think, Claudia?
Yes, absolutely. It's as well something I needed to understand. It's about the journey, because I was thinking as well, when a few years ago when I got made redundant, COVID happened and so on. I was a flight attendant for many years. I got made redundant, and then I started to do some healing courses as well. And at the same time, I did have the idea that this could be my next thing to do in regards to going back to flying. But I was getting a bit impatient as well back then, because somehow I wanted it too much, too soon, too much. I was getting impatient basically as well, and this is why we have to understand as well. I needed to understand it is about the journey. It is the journey, for us, because as well, still today, still last year, I found some different tools, some different self-development courses I signed up for so that I can grow as well my skill set, basically. Again, as I talked about before, we all have different soul qualities, and they're all different inside of us, like we all have like 3 to 4 main soul qualities inside of us. And if we can find them, identify them, what they are, this can give us as well already an idea of what our soul's purpose can look like and what could be like soul qualities. There are several, obviously, but it could be as well like teaching, like I like the idea of teaching, but obviously I don't want to be a school teacher, not for me. So I'm interested into all this, into mindset, how we can improve our lives and so on. So this is something where I can bring the quality of teaching into it and to make it as well a soul's purpose for me. Or as well, another quality for me as well is everything in regards to intuition. So being connected as well to the universe, to God, to be able as well to hear their messages, but as well my internal messages, like intuition. Many of us have as well this as a very strong skill set inside of us, but we have to unlock it as well and to train it, like what are some of what's like 1 or 2 of your soul qualities, Nomsa, that you would say that you have figured out in your lifetime? So mine is teaching and communication, intuition as well for me. So what's for you? Kindness, compassion as well, like
Yeah, kindness, compassion is me. Just, I think for me, I'm just supposed to be like a psychologist full
yeah,
time because I like listening to people. I
yeah.
can listen to someone all day without giving them advice.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So then for you as well is to be a great listener as well,
yeah,
yeah, no? And
yeah.
an empath, I get as well for you because, whilst you are listening as well, that you can really feel for them, like what they're going through, like that you can give them advice and so on. So I'm just like trying to outline, like soul qualities. Um, yeah, and that it is very important for us to find our own unique soul gifts and soul qualities, because this will help us as well to show where we are in our soul's purpose or what it could look like as well. And then again, as I said before, I wanted it too much. Okay, so if we want something, yeah, too much, no matter what it is, if it's the promotion or we are back on the dating scene and we want this new date, too much to become a relationship. So basically, anytime where we want something to match, the other thing can't do anything else than to push back from us. It's just like a common law of opposing forces. So here as well, for me, I understood just to come down and to step back a bit from wanting it, from being too much pushy in regards to wanting it to happen. So I relaxed a bit. And then there was again space, for my soul purpose as well to come towards me, to show me as well the next courses I could be doing so that I can grow deeper and be more rooted as well in it. So this is another thing that I had. I wanted it way too much and I was impatient too. So impatience again doesn't work because again, as you said, it's the journey,
Yeah,
because
life is a
everything
journey. Yeah.
happens, like day by day as we are.
Yeah, I think coaching, for me, coaching and acting and things like that, I think I know those are the things that I'm good at. Coaching and becoming an intercessor, I'll be good at that. I know that's my destiny as well. All my clients says, Nomsa, why are you a coach? Honestly, when they see my social media post that, why are you a coach? I'm like, that's my gift. And they're like, you should be a preacher. You should go and become a pastor. Like, that's my mom's job. I'm a pastor child. The only different with me is I love God. That's the only thing. I like to research in the physically and in the spirit. I like to know what is going on in the spirit. Like, who am I in the physically and who am I in the spirit? Because those two are two different things. The reason why people don't find their purpose is some people, like some people don't know where they come from. They know that they come from this country, that country, their ancestors come from there. But they don't know their originality, who they are. Like for me, when I was going through the sacrifices, like I had to ask God, I was like, God, something does not add up with my life. I have come out of this thing, but Satan is still torturing me. And God was like, do a task. That's where he's got legal right. Who are you? Your family are not who you think they are. And I was like, why? And then he was like, that affects your purpose in life. So then I had to check my family. My family, a royal family. And that means leadership. We are born with the leadership skills. We are born with there's some things that naturally in our blood we have it. And that's why this person wanted fame through me. So you have to understand, who are you? A child inherit their mother's spirit.
Mm.
So a child and then a child inherit their father's blood. You inherit your mother's spirit, and then your father's blood. Meaning whatever your mother has gone through in life. That's why people can't find their purpose. It means you can feel it, and some people are fighting like Claudia. You say people go through depression. So that depression, where does it coming from? What is creating that depression? I started going through depression. I was like, I don't go through depression. I never ever gone through depression in my life until I figure out who I am. And when I find out who I was, who I represent, who I am in the spirit, what gown am I wearing in the spirit? So you have to understand. Some people, number one, you can't find your purpose because your garment has been stripped away, has been taken, stolen. Gift can be exchanged. So when you hear a celebrity tells you that they have sold their soul, they have sold their soul to exchange a gift, meaning you can't find your purpose. If you are following that celebrity, means that you have to pray and say, God, restore my soul. Because them, they carry the garment on their shoulder. That garment is either stealing people's purpose. So you have to pray and check it. If you are someone who believes that your words become things, you speak, restoring your soul. Let my soul, my destiny be restored to its original. Let my destiny be restored. Whatever the universe, those who don't believe in God, God is the universe. God is the earth. Whatever you walk in that God created that. So the earth will hear you and restore your whatever your garment or your soul. And that's when some people they're like, oh, I started becoming like into personal development, working on myself. And then things all of a sudden they change because you're now restoring who you are. You're no longer living a life that is not you. I've lived that life, guys. One day I'm going to create a video. I've lived it where like my life had no meaning anymore. My mind, my everything. And that's when my garment had been taken. But in order for me to get my garment back on, I had to go mad. I will create that video one day. And then my purpose was then restored. I had to find who I am. Like Claudia is saying, you figure out who you are by having your identity.
By having?
By understanding your identity.
Yes.
Your identity can be swapped as well.
Yeah, it's true.
So
yes.
Identity can be swapped.
Yeah.
The garment, like Claudia, your garment. When I'm talking about garment, is if you are meant to be a millionaire, meant to be a billionaire, meant to be a trillionaire, whatever you are meant to be, it can be swapped. People can swap it. Like people who know, like these people that chanting, they look at it, so people's social media, photos, if they see, that's why sometimes it's family members who can do that. So once your garment is taken away, it means your life has no meaning anymore. So you have to restore. Some people, they lose their garment by, if the blood is crying against you. Some people do abortion. They do all sorts of things. If you actually call back your soul and cleanse, you can see in between the realm and the spirit and the physical, you'll be like, what now? You'll be like, I want to protect my identity. Yeah. You have to follow Dr. Olukoya Claudia and Pastor James. Pastor James, we was, Pastor Henry?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Pastor Henry's pastor, his had, he was one of the biggest witches in Europe and Africa. So, and then he gave his life to Jesus. So he worked with the Lucifer from the age of 4 because his family, they were into witchcraft. So if you follow him, you will realize what I'm talking about. And for me, that's how I got connected to them, because Lucifer was, when I was going through sacrifice, that's where I've learned. They got me out, teaching me how to reclaim my identity. If you look at my face now, when I was going through human blood sacrifice to compare, you will see my face was changed. I was dark. I became dark like my hair. So meaning that I was wearing the garment of the person that wanted my identity. They were dark. And I was already wearing their garment waiting to die. But now I've gone back to normal now. That's the real me now. If you go and look at my pictures and the video, you guys did not realize a thing during lockdown in those times. You didn't realize. But if you go now and scroll on my social media and you compare my face now and then, it's very, very clear. Because what does he do to take people's identity? It means they cover you up. There's one celebrity, big celebrity. I'm going to say he or her so that you guys don't realize which one. Her job is to swap people's identity. He or she, her selling her soul is to swap people's identity. And I loved this person so much. I loved her music so much. And then that's when I found out that that's what they do.
Yeah, I know. I've heard as well. some out there, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But you can see the realm of the spirit, can you? Can you see the physical in the realm?
What do you mean the physical in the realm?
With your gift, can you see can you see in the spirit and the physical?
No, I can't see.
Are you sure?
No, can you? No.
But with your gift, that's what you're meant to be doing. Yeah, that's what you're meant to see, though.
No, I don't see, but I would.
You need to meditate so you can see. You can unlock the door.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel it, if you know what I mean. I would feel if it's a pure soul, if it's a light soul or a dark soul as well. Yeah, you can feel it.
You can feel it. That means by the time when you're saying you were not enough and things like that, that's when you blocked yourself. So you can unblock yourself.
Yeah, but obviously I understand as well that there are beings of light on this planet, but as well beings who have purposefully disconnected from the light, right? Yeah. And this is what
to see your light, because your gift, if you can feel it, because myself I can feel, I can also see, and I can also, it's like if I meet someone, like if there is a shadow, if I meet someone that puts a shadow on me, I can see it and I can feel it. It means I start feeling their feelings. So you are gifted. So that means you now need to work on that feeling and be able to see.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So if I come to you and say, as a coach, this is my purpose, you need to be able, before you speak to me, you need to be able to see my original me. But you can do that. So it means you need to unlock something.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just training as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, as I did say before, for us as well to do it as well on ourselves, to do the healing and to get rid of as well of the limiting beliefs or the stories we kept, telling ourselves too. So basically as well, something we do as well on ourselves to get rid of everything that no longer serves us so that we can see who we
truly are, yeah. Lies we tell ourselves, they are so big that we cannot do this, we can't do this, we can't be this.
Yeah, but obviously if we keep telling ourselves we can't, this becomes then the truth. Thereby, if we understand that we have to swap it, and not keep telling ourselves what we can't, versus telling ourselves, yes, we can, and there are no limitation. Age is no limitation. The gender is no limitation, but we put all these limitations onto, yeah. And it's just not true. You can do anything at any time.
I'm the example of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the
Yeah, I think.
when the clients comes in and they tell me, oh, Noms, I've got this problem, it's like I'm seeing the old version of myself. Sometimes I laugh first. But because, yeah, I laugh first because it's like I can feel the pain. This is where I used to be. When you're like, why is my friends are married? Why am I not married? My friend have done this, that my friends have done this. Why haven't I done it? But the destiny is different. Instead of just focus on you. The destiny is so different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. And it would be beneficial as well for us to, like to take the focus onto us, because this this will make as well our self-love, like higher inside of us. And we need a good, healthy amount of self love, in all areas of our lives as well, to be able as well to get a good result and a good response as well from the outside world. Because the people outside can only treat us and be toward us only to the amount of how we are being toward ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, the self-love is only 20% or 50 or 70. The person outside, the relationship or in the job, the promotion, whatever it is, they can only act out exactly the percentage that we are having self-love toward ourselves as well. Yeah. So yeah, very beneficial to take the focus onto us as well. Yeah, by the way, focus. Yeah, there is a law of focus. It does exist as well. And meaning when we focus on the situations as well, why something sucks or why we are still not doing the sole purpose, why the situation currently sucks and it's not working. And basically, if we focus on everything that currently is not working or sucks as well, then we create more of this same results as well. So this is as well something important to understand, because again, even in the struggles currently as well, and there will always be struggles, it's just like we expect them. They will always be, they will never stop, but we have to find as well a way how we can see that everything is perfect right now. And this is something difficult as well for us to do or to be this way. But basically as well, yeah, one tool I can give you and that you can apply as well, just like for you to be able to train to see the circumstances, the good ones, but as well the struggles, sit down, write a struggle down or something that you don't agree currently, and then find as well one or two or three positive associations coming with this struggle currently. This is a very good exercise you can do now and then to keep in the habit to see that everything is happening for your benefit, for you to be able to grow and to learn and to get something even out of the struggles. So that is actually a very good and practical tool for you to see the perfection even in the struggles. Yeah.
I like that, Claudia. That is
Mm.
powerful. I think I was doing something last week and then I got the news that I did not expect. but I celebrated still. In my heart, I was so grateful. And like what you're saying, that even in the struggle, see the light. I saw the light through that, and I was like, I was so grateful and just thanking God for whatsoever was given to me, even though it's not 100% that I asked for. And I think that is important to actually to embrace life and gratitude. For me, why I don't focus on the problems, problems can hinder your purpose when you focus on them, like Claudia, what you're saying. I think the power of gratitude. For me, I look at gratitude, I look at the struggles where God has pulled me through. And I'm like, God, I'm so grateful. I might not have gotten what I need right now, but I know that your plans are better than mine. Because sometimes we want things that maybe they are not meant for us. Maybe it's not our season in that moment. Or maybe we just didn't get lucky. So all these things that they play part for me is the gratitude that helps me to get to where I need to be, and the power of not giving up as well. I think that is important, and the power of honoring God as well. That is important for me, not to not to get angry if I don't get what I want or if things don't go my way anywhere. I used to get depressed before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get it too. Frustration. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
But now,
get it.
no, okay,
Mm.
okay. Let's just move on and just
Yeah,
keep going.
same as well. I get that. Yeah.
8 minutes past, Claudia. What do you want to do?
Yeah. And then as well the surprise party, because again, if we are not supposed to know exactly the outcome and the timing when everything will just beautifully unfold, and we feel like in the soul purpose rooted in everything, because it would just ruin as well the surprise for us. So we are not supposed to know it all and the exact time and the outcome and so on, because we won't just not appreciate it, okay, as such, okay, because like that we would feel more grateful and appreciation and everything by not knowing how everything actually is going to unfold for us. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the audience have ever gone through this, or even you, Claudia, where you ever gone through this process where things don't unfold how you want it to unfold. And then later on, maybe a year later on, and then it starts unfolding, but in a different way. And you're like, oh, okay. So that's what it was. That's what it is. So yeah, so things are sometimes God has different plans for us. For me, I'm a great believer of things happen how our destiny should be. So I don't give up on things. And mostly when it comes to your purpose. And when I actually found my purpose, what I'm supposed to be doing, I've realized now that people were now around me trying to shut me down. So when you do find your purpose, it is important not to let people affirm who you want to, who you could be, who you should be. Is between you and God. Whatever you do is between you and God. And it might not start perfect, but you have to do who you are supposed to be. Don't let people talk you out of it, or say your dreams are too big, they are too small, or they have been told that I'm too much. I've been told that I'm this and this. I don't know how many things even the social service, they came, she was like, you talk about God, you talk about demons, you talk about Satan. And I was like, you mean Satan, it does not exist, God, it does not exist. And I was like, demons exist. So I'm just going to talk about whatever I talk about, as long as adding violence. It's like, some people may not understand the language that I'm speaking, but some people might do. But that does not mean that I'm a bad person. That is not a belief. That is the reality of life. And I said to her, if you've never understood, if you want to understand my language, you can follow my pastor. You can follow Dr. Olukoya. And I think she understood that his teaching is more like, it's to finding your original. Your originality is very, very important. Finding your purpose. Like Claudia, you said you were made redundant. But imagine in those moments where they made you redundant, if you had allowed yourself to go to depression, you wouldn't have seen this path of, I could be a coach, actually. I could be this, but you chose to say, okay, things are not going how not going how I want. What about this path? I could be this. And now that's why you're here today.
Yeah, because I could feel, I
Yeah.
could feel a pull inside of us, when you go within, you feel, you understand, this is why it's important to connect with yourself and to do your healing, to get rid of all the beliefs, of all the stories that no longer serve you. Yeah. And then you can connect to your true self, and then yeah. And then
Yeah.
yeah.
Unleash that giant Tony Robbins talks about, the giant within.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And our intuition as well. We can
Mm.
apparently is intuition that can help us to, we're talking about this. I don't know, Claudia. I think you're picking my brain, my spirit. You're picking me in the spirit. What were we at the intuition? What else?
As soul gifts, or what do you mean?
Um, like if you want to do something, and apparently what helps you is your intuition, and what
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, absolutely. Intuition as well. Intuition as well, because this is a knowing, it's a feeling, just like it's your internal
Perception, yeah,
compass.
perception,
Huh?
perception, intuition, your how you can live your inner witness helps you on what to do, finding your purpose when God is speaking to you, directing you inside. It's through perception, intuition, and revelation, vision. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it perception, I think he said the perception is the powerful one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. And all those things. Yeah. I think it's just knowing who you want, who you are meant to be. I think that is very, very important. Like Claudia, you said it before, that we are not meant to know, we're not meant to know our destiny,
Mm.
how our tomorrow is gonna look like. But we don't have patience.
Mm.
I want it now.
Mm. Yeah.
If
No.
I don't get it now, I'm gonna go to depression.
Mm. Exactly. Yeah.
I've been waiting for 20 years.
Mm.
I've been waiting for 48 years for God to teach me what he knows.
Mm.
Honestly, yeah, been waiting.
Yeah. Totally.
So, any words of encouragement before we go through the 16 minutes past?
No, actually, it was the surprise thing, that we are not supposed to know because we would not appreciate things as well. Yeah. We would not actually appreciate if we would know how everything and when everything is going to unfold and how it's going to look like and so on. So it's just like, yeah, we
Yeah.
would just not appreciate it.
Yeah, for me, guys, I leave you with identify what you value most, notice what you can't stop thinking about, track what gives you energy, and look for patterns across your life. Revisit your childhood, mutual self if it's necessary. That's what I leave you guys with. And also, don't let people affirm and who you could be. That the purpose is a very, very tricky one. It has to be found by self, by true self within you, like what Claudia said, that you can feel it within you. God lives within us. And actually, I wrote a song, and the more I listened to that song today, I think it was today or yesterday, that's when I realized I was actually, this song is very powerful. Yeah, everything is just within us, not with people's opinions. Even when we're coaching you, we don't coach you because we tell you what to do. You unleash this thing within you. We just trigger.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we have to go now. May God bless you. If you're watching from YouTube, please do subscribe to our channel. If you're watching from Facebook, please do join. We have two groups, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Gossip Talk Shows, and go to the website. It's www.hseia.coach. Sign up to the website. If you want Claudia to coach you, Claudia, she's a coach. I'm a coach. If you're a Christian, you come to me. If you're not, you go to Claudia, because our language might not align. So we need the languages to be aligned. So
Yeah.
please do get in touch. Or if you're single, please do go sign up on the website as well. May God bless you. Claudia, we'll see you next week. She's not
Absolutely.
sure which day.
Mhm.
I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye bye, everyone.